Hi guys, Jeff Morrow here for Stella Artois Sessions at Home to show you some fantastic tips to help you make restaurant quality dishes in your own kitchen. I'm also going to show you a way to help Stella provide relief to your favorite local restaurants and chefs. Let's get started. Join Stella Artois in helping your favorite restaurants by purchasing a gift card at helpmainstreet.com/tables for tomorrow. Meanwhile, Stella Artois is funding relief grants through the James Beard Foundation for restaurants and chefs across the country. Let's get started. So we are gonna make one of my family's favorite dishes that I fell in love with traveling overseas, and this is a coconut chickpea curry stew with wilted kale and crispy onions on top. This is a bit of a confession here, is that I was never into curry, okay? Didn't really like it, didn't like the taste of it, didn't like the aroma of it until I traveled to South Africa. And the first night in Johannesburg, South Africa, I ordered this big bubbling dish. I took one bite and I said, why have I denied myself this dish? You know, melding cultures, melding flavors, African culture, it's Middle Eastern culture, mixed with Indian culture, mixed with American culture, and that's what we're gonna do right now. So make sure you get your nice, kind of high-walled saute pan. So we're gonna get that to medium. So let's start by dicing this white onion. Make sure you lop off that end, have it, and peel away that first layer. All right, and we're just gonna give this a nice small dice. We kind of do this in assembly line, right? You take your palm of your hand, the heel, with your fingers pointed up, and make your horizontal slices, just like that. And that helps keep all those segments intact. So then you turn and do your vertical cuts without cutting all the way through, just like that. Now we turn it again, quarter turn, and then we do more vertical cuts, and you have a perfectly diced onion. I'm gonna start with my first layer, which is this ghee or clarified butter, which has the milk solids removed, so it has a higher smoke point. So we're gonna do about 2 tablespoons of this in a pan. And the beauty of this, it like instantly melts, and you could store it in your cupboard, in your pantry, and have butter on hand at all times. Now we got that beautiful butter, and instead of trying to make a mess, bringing this to here, bring the horse to the water. All right, it's easier that way. Right in there. You can smell those onions sauteing that butter, right? We don't want too much color on it. We want to kind of slowly sweat that out. Take our time with it until those onions are translucent. Next, we have 1 jalapeno. You can use a Scotch bonnet, you can use a habanero, you can use a Fresno chili. You can take out those ribs and seeds, but I am going to leave them in because we like the spicy food in this house. We're just gonna give these a nice even dice here, just like that, stack them up. And you can see the ribs in there. That's that white part. You can see those seeds, and that's what contains all that heat. So we're leaving them in because we're adventurous. All right, we are sauteing, kind of bringing out all the flavor of that onion, bringing out all the flavor. Next comes a little bit of garlic, okay? And a great little trick I have for kind of maximizing the flavor of that garlic is to use my little rasp here, right? If you got one of these little, microplane, a little rasp for us. So just give it a little tap. And we can literally rasp this right into the butter and the peppers and the onions in there. And this way it's just gonna kind of melt. You can already smell that garlic just igniting in that ghee. Now this is when the sense memory ignites, and that is when we add the curry powder. So we got that oil in there, a couple tablespoons of your favorite curry powder. You can make your own. There's some great recipes out there, but for the sake of time, since I had it in my spice drawer, we're gonna use this. And put that in now along with the garlic. Let that spice bloom in that ghee, and you can already smell it. Give it a shake, and after a minute, we're on to our next ingredient, which is gonna be the coconut milk. Make sure it's full fat coconut milk. Give it a couple taps here and really shake it good. There we go, see, you can hear it. Okay, I'm exhausted. Let's get our liquid in there to help deglaze the bottom of that pan. Pour it right in the pan. So as that simmers, that fat is gonna combine with the coconut milk, and you're gonna get yourself a very, very creamy dish. You can hit it with a little salt, right? We're building layers of flavors. And now we can add our chickpeas. All right, this is looking good. So this is not gonna take much to thicken up. This is not only an easy pantry pull, easy staple pull from your fridge, but also it comes together in 10, 15 minutes, just like this. All right, so we're gonna season it again, right? Now we got enough pepper flavor in there, so I don't need any any cracked black pepper. Once this kind of starts thickening up, right, then we could spoon it over some rice, but I want some more color in there. I want a little more veg. So we're gonna use some kale, a couple bunches of pre-cut, pre-washed kale right out of the bag. This is what they had at the store. This is what I bought. I'm adapting. About 4 handfuls of this, equivalent to about 4 cups. If you are doing your own kale, make sure you take off majority of the stem, which can get a little woody. Oh, so quick, so easy, so colorful. All right, that's going. That's only gonna need another minute. Let's get our accoutrement. This is a must. A little lime, or if you have lemon, some nice punch of acid and citrus, right? Just squeezed on top right before serving. So don't neglect that. If you don't have that, a little maybe apple cider vinegar. Something with, punchy acid. Now, this is the Jeff Morrow pantry secret. I have it constantly in my house because it adds so much crunch and flavor without having to do anything. And tell me you're not gonna throw extra of these on top of this dish. And these are store-bought, don't tell anybody again, French fried onions. Some more fresh herbs in a big bowl of steamed rice, because this needs that rice for the base, because that rice sucks up all that beautiful flavor. Some fresh cilantro. And we are plating, guys. So you can see, look at that. Look at that kale is kind of wilted, but it still has some integrity left to it, some flavor. And look at that. Do you see how beautiful and yellow and luxurious that kind of gravy is, that broth? So we got this over our rice, right? Meanwhile, you can see that kind of rice starting to soak up all that beautiful curry. Of course, a squeeze of lime wedge right on top to give it a little brightness, a little fresh, acidic punch. And if you want a little more heat, which I love, a little bit of your favorite hot sauce, little sambal sauce, people are gonna make this because they're gonna crave this. And I'm craving it right now. We're gonna put those crunchy onions on there. Whew. And then daintily put some fresh cilantro, just whole leaves right on there, just to make it extra pretty, but also this flavor goes so well with that coconut milk. And there you have it. The only thing we are missing is a spoon. Dare I say this is almost too beautiful to eat, but beautiful food always tastes better. So I got a toast to myself, huh? This is all you need. And what? We did it with 6, 7 ingredients. So let's go right in. I got my Stella Artois here. Help tame some of that spice down. Perfect pairing, if you ask me. Oh. The crunchiness from the onions give it texture, but the softness from the chickpea and the rice have just absorbed all that curry. All that stewed liquid is just absorbed into every bite. And you got the freshness from the lime, the punch of acid, the cilantro in there. And it's a little spicy, but not unmanageably spicy. Luckily, I have a frosty beverage here to pair with it. There you have it, guys. A couple super easy tips and tricks to help maximize the flavor out of not just this fabulous coconut curry we just made, but also any dish you do at home. Taking the time, right? Blooming those spices, sauteing the onions down to translucent perfection. Okay? And now I encourage you to head over to helpmainstreet.com/tables for tomorrow to purchase a gift card for your favorite local restaurants, okay, to help support the chefs, the cooks, everybody there right now in this time of need. Meanwhile, Stella Artois is funding relief grants through the James Beard Foundation to help restaurants across the country. So all it takes a little bit, we can hopefully get right back to normal very soon. Thank you guys for joining me. Salud.